Два магазина. Кому? Раз. Еще один. Ну, второй. Все.
Nice little cheer from the side of BossFight to start things off. We'll see how we get started. We got very fast action coming out from the pipeline, the usual free fire, lots of smoke coming out to try and cover those crosses. Free fire coming out from Scooby across. Radar head holding up the front of the defense in the center. Shreelock trying to get a peek. Lonely Viper taking some pop shots. Grenade comes out, doesn't make any contact with anybody. Shreelock really spearheading above the rest of his team. Defense making some moves but staying tight. 35 made it to the yellow room. Has a nice little cross angle. Gonna be really hard for Shreelock to deal with, especially if he has to poke out with radar head. Oh, almost a TK, as the other BRSEK guys were unaware that Shreelock had pushed up so far. Shreelock going in fearlessly. 35 gets him from the side as he fails to check his corners. Bringing this to a 4v5. Vladich taking a little peek at barrels. Ooh. The Partisan getting really close to radar head. Right avoid. Right in the center here. Radar head and Partisan trade. Both are resable, but then Scooby picks up Raya.
Ранили по центру,
Side, Vladich catches 35, rotating for the res. Just quickly down to
Рядом со мной
3v2.
лежит один недобитый.
Both
Сюда,
teams with the res
кто-нибудь, сюда.
available.
Третья линия. Посмотрите, он недобитый. Добей его, добей.
Pick up part.
Добей.
And the confirm on. Oh! Confirm comes out. Legel manages to refrag. Vladich takes down Lonely Viper while Legel and Vladich trade. Bringing this to a 1v1 very quickly. Lots of trades coming out. Both with the res available. Scooby gets aggressive though and takes out Hard. Bringing this to a BossFight victory on round 1. BossFight did a great job at reacting to where the shots were coming from, where the downs were happening. Very good defense. It was a great attempt at the push-in refrag from BRSEK, but they just weren't quite aggressive enough to punch through. They took shots and they hesitated. And then you had one of their members very far from the rest, unable to get refragged. It was a good attempt on both ends. And we are prepping for round number 2. As far as leaderboard, we got, I'm gonna completely fail on these names, but on BRSEK side we have Partisan, Vladich, Raya Devoy, Shreelock, and young pervert Shek. On the BossFight side we have Scooby, Radar Head, 35, Legel, and Lonely Viper. Let's take a look at the kill spread. Scooby-Doo doing some work on BossFight with 3 kills, but Vladich also answering with 3 more kills. Very good start of the match. We are moving on to round 2 now. BRSEK on the defense. We'll see if they decide to get aggressive. Oh, but we did have a round reset. Possibly starting the round without a member.
Кликер.
На. Да на, блядь.
Кликер.
Right. Nice little spread out coming out from BossFight. Looks like 35's prepping for the cross with the smoke. Manages to get across, no pre-fire coming out. Lonely Viper taking an aggressive push. Young taking up a similar position as BossFight did last round, but we have a trade from Ryan Scooby on the pipeline. Lonely Viper's already up, push past the defender Young. Legel and Radar ready to support, and 35 sneaking up on the side. Smoke coming out from Legel straight onto a red container. Young manages to pick off 35 and a quick peek. Legel coming in for the refrag. Ooh, almost gets caught out by Young. Trade coming out in the center. Only Viper manages to pick up his friend Legel. 35 still ready to be res. Radar and Straylock trade. Lonely Viper peeks out, taking out Vladich. Working on a rotation. C4 in the middle, doesn't quite catch anybody. And it's down to a 2v1 with 2 Resable on the side of BossFight.
One in Belgium now. One in Belgium right now. He's in Belgium. Going for gear.
Ooh. Lonely Viper catches Partisan as he tries to peek on the res. Plenty of callouts coming out from both teams. And now we wait for round number 3 for the southeastern objective. This one's a little bit tricky as it's pretty out in the open. However, there's a nice little crawl cap possibility behind this propane tank. You just have to cross out in the open to get to it. As far as rotating around through that dark alley. So definitely makes for some interesting plays. We'll see how BRSEK tries to punch through the BossFight defense. They're gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive if they expect to make it through. Getting more early smoke coming out onto the pipeline to prevent any quick shots, but the free fire's coming out to see if it can catch anybody through the smoke. Ooh, Straylock catches Legel early. Straylock also TK's Raya. Taking a step down the open. Radar head takes out Vladich. Straylock gets Scooby-Doo, and Lonely Viper refracts on Straylock. Quick action. Quickly making this a 2v3. Radar head got aggressive. Was trading with Young. And Lonely Viper pushed up all the way. Partisan. Last man up. Lonely Viper just waiting for the angle. Quick action, and in less than 60 seconds, BossFight take their 3rd point. What an aggressive push. BRSEK was not ready for such aggression straight out the gate. BossFight looking to take this map early and fast. BRSEK on the defense, we'll see how they react to such high aggressive tactics that BossFight brought to the table. They might answer back with their own fire, we'll see. Only Viper just cut right down there. Radar head also pushing up through the tunnel. Lots of pre-fire, got stuck with the pre-fire and the trades coming out on the pipeline. TK didn't help either. Beautiful, beautiful play out of BossFight. This is why they're on top, folks. They're definitely putting in the work to be where they are at. And they are showing it here today. Thanks, bud. Currently waiting on round number 4. See if BRSEK is able to bring themselves a point and defend off against the highly aggressive. Again, they are proving true to their name as the BossFight. The hard, the difficult challenge. And we are off to the races, folks. Anybody who speaks Russian. More smoke coming out from BossFight. Lots of smoke coming out to the pipeline. I expect a very fast cross. 4-man push on the pipeline. So much smoke coming out. Legel Getting that early line to catch anybody crossing. Young and Scooby about to connect. But we still have a 3-man push on BossFight onto objective. They are on objective, putting in the pressure. Vladic trying to defend against him. Scooby-Doo takes out Raya. Well, Raya gets out Radar. Oh, Radar and Raya actually trade. My apologies. It's quickly down to 2v2.5. Early aggression, Scooby about to get flanked on, but Young isn't paying attention to that angle. Scooby takes out Part.
Да, блять,
Now
поднял.
Young, all alone on the objective, making sure nobody crawled up behind the propane tank, like I mentioned before. Scooby gets the confirm. Legio pulling up behind. And BossFight take map 1, 4-0. Solid plays, high aggression. BossFight started off a little bit slow, kind of feeling out the enemy, but once they realized that aggression works, they came in full send. Putting 4 people on the objective within 45 seconds. Crazy plays, but we are moving on to Snow Peak. Map number 2. Alright, so map number 2 coming in strong with the Big Room Hangar objective. Various names for it. More like a storage room. Very spicy objective, as once the attackers get in there, it's just a chaotic mess for the defenders. Very fun to watch the BossFight aggression on this objective in particular. Alright, and round 1 on map 2 coming your way.
Давай, все, давай.
I've only casted this map once, and it's a very big map, so
Все нормально.
it'll be a fun challenge to see how we're able to split our visuals and our attention. 35, going off on his lonesome, probably on a long rotation towards the west, while the other 4 members of BossFight make their way through the tunnels. See what routes they decide to take. BRSEK, really open, really spread out defense, with only 1 directly on objective. Early fire coming out from 35, not able to connect with anybody. We're about to have action. Radar Head takes out Raya.
I got him on the retreat.
Lots of callouts, lots of information being traded. Ooh, Scooby and Vladic trade in the north tunnel.
Get me up.
Ooh, Scooby coming out on top, being able to be rezzed. And quickly we are down 2 defenders. Straylock, Young, and Partisan, the only ones left to defend. Young coming out for a rotation. Legel and Scooby might catch Young in the back here. Scooby might have heard those callouts coming out from Young. And the attackers slowly converging on the objective. On all 4 points of entry. Flashbang coming out to clear the courtyard. No defenders in there. Young about to be in some serious trouble. Not able to see proper names. Ooh, Young and Legel trade. Legel coming out on top, only downed. Greylock tuned in on this door, might get shot in the back. Another trade, Legel and Partisan, neither able to be revived, leaving just Straylock left on the objective. Getting surrounded, M203 comes out, not connecting with anybody. Good way to clear that doorway, though. Ooh, 35, and Lonely Viper. Breach the door, and Lonely Viper takes the final kill. Giving BossFight round 1 of map 1, or map 2. Here we go, round number 2. Map 2. We'll see if BossFight choose to get aggressive on this or stay conservative near the objective inside this big group.
Янкель, пошли через подкову сразу.
Да. Давай, давай.
Не будем туда бегать. Только ты сзади посматривай, чтобы в спину не зашли.
Only Viper opting to do early peek onto the lake. Unfortunately, BRSEK did not get that spawn. Radar head and 35 pushing out the tunnels for an early peek. Might get some quick action. Looks like we have a shield coming out from BRSEK. Partisan pushing up right along. .35 about to be in some trouble here. And then we got a solid lake push coming out as well in the west. .35's gonna be really hard to spot. Partisan almost gets caught by 30. Grenade flashbang comes out
Флешка,
on a
флешка,
boat.
была. Он там за бочками, за бочками.
More shots from Radar Head. Gets Straylock on the push towards the lake. Ooh, flash onto 35 right
Блять.
before he takes out Park.
Блять. Да как ты не взорвался, сука, блять? Как ты не взорвался, ёбаный пидор?
Leaving just young Radar Head. Confirming his kill.
Стрел, сука, бля, у них один пушит
Young.
всегда, блядь.
35 still facing off. Young is stopped in his tracks. Unsure of how to deal with 35 around the corner. Vladich takes out Ledgel in the north. Scooby with a refrag onto Raya. Almost catches Vladich in the back, but Radar Head gets the kill.
Что ты не целишься, идешь туда,
Leaving just
чувак.
one attacker
Он нас всех убил, тот
left.
же самый чувак убил нас всех сзади.
The whole lakeside, north side push taken down.
Нет, не видел, чувак. Не видел.
Я увидел дрона и пошел его ножом зарезал.
Young still not quite sure how he's going to deal with 35. He's waiting for an aggressive push. But 35 is holding his angle. Young opting to rotate to the other tunnel,
Они такие сильные, сука.
which has been left open now.
Как ты не мог дрона заметить, ведь он прям стоит на снегу и блядь.
Это пиздец какой-то, блядь.
35 aware of this
Ну, я
weakness
мониторил
and
справа.
possible
этот выход.
rotation has opted to
Мониторил.
change angles.
Он вот отсюда вышел, вот куда Янг идет, он отсюда выбежал, типа, побежал
Я
потом
знаю.
направо.
Я знаю.
Radar Head might get caught here.
Да, вот надо
Ooh,
тоже,
shoulder peek. Doesn't quite get caught, and then Radar with the double peek catches Young rotating. Giving BossFight round number 2 with their solid hold on the objective. They were aggressive, but not too much. They stayed just close enough where they could back each other up, get the rotations, get the refrags if needed. Solid work. And round number 3 coming on up. Alright, as we get started, BRSEK getting ready to rush to their defense positions. And an inside spawn on the side of BossFight.
Drop a mag and take it.
Ooh,
Just drop a mag and go.
we got some drums. Got some drums being passed around. Some shots coming out from 35.
It jammed.
Not quite sure what happened there. Radar Head
Can we get like a drone to garage, please? Check out like if anyone who's waiting for ambush.
pushing out towards the garage. Partisan getting really aggressive. Some C4 being thrown out, but Radar Head
Да
catches
твою
him
мать,
in the
сука.
rotation. Raya taking up defense on the Heskos. watching inwards towards the objective, seeing if anybody crosses through the little valley. Young pushed up pretty far with Vladic as a support. Interesting to stack two right here. They are aware of the push coming in from that side though. 35. Looking for this long peak. Straylock catching Legel coming out from tunnels, but 35 catches Young with the long peak. Vladic unable to get the refrag. Oh, shots out to the drone from Raya. Vladic manages to get 35. Lonely Viper getting Straylock with the long shot and radar head getting the refrag. Bringing this to a 3v1. Raya, last one on the defense. Staying conservative, not peeking out.
У них чувство такта, блядь, да какой-то, сука, блядь, шаг через шаг. Пидорас.
Lonely with the 12x. Perfect for the long shot.
Самого не получается.
Mo coming out onto objective. Radar's on objective. Raya trying to shoot him through the shack. He is capping. Raya takes down Scooby. But they are not killing him. They are letting Radar cap for the win. BossFight takes map number 2. Awesome communication. Way to die for the cause, BossFight. Letting Radar get the cap. Not aggressing, not contesting, just distracting. Beautiful play. Not going for the kill. Here we go. Round 1.
Два магазина,
Underway.
два магазина.
We could do that instead, but we're not going to do that.
Следующий.
Oh my god.
Lonely Viper doing the Molly dance.
Чё там?
There's a high angle just here. You could like get
Почему
prone or
не
something.
нужно?
Yes. If
Может, не
Viper
нужно?
burns himself, we are getting the
нужно.
clip. Oh, Lonely Viper with C4 and a Molly. Interesting combo. Well, moving on to the attacking approach. Ooh, Vladic stopping right before the long peak. Oh man, looks like the sounds were not disabled for the follower alerts, but that's okay. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Dot. Hey, I was in your stream earlier, actually. I remember now. What's going on? Another follower. Welcome, Dagger. Welcome. Vladic. Looking for the long angle. Not quite peeking anybody, but Legel takes one out on the rooftop. Up on the snow dune over here. The attacker's pretty well spread out. Lots of utility coming out. Not quite connecting with anybody. Partisan trying to get a long angle. Still, the sky bridge being controlled by the attackers. Raya making a push. Partisan popping smoke right perfect on the hole. Gonna make it really hard for the defenders to react onto there. I am making some good push, but Young takes out Legel while Scooby gets Vladic.
Second 3, right?
Denying the west approach. I am still looking for this angle. Scooby almost catches Rye in a very tight angle. Raya trying to stay low, stay hidden, has to heal. Young Pervert takes out, or downs 35. Smoke coming out, Young gets the confirm. Young being ready to breach the west side. Flashbangs and grenades coming out to try and slow down the middle push. Lots of pre-fire coming out. Young manages to breach. Lower level.
Is there any enemies left on the bridge? If not, fucking help me hold the stairs. fine.
Lots
It's
of
just
call-outs coming out.
Why am I doing the bridge?
Radar head asking for help. Young just waiting to see if anybody gets aggressive.
Let's go. We got Viper cover now, right? So, well, good.
Partisan still looking for a long angle. 2.5 minutes left. He must be thinking about where he's gonna go from here. Young, slowly but surely getting up the stairs. With no backup, he's gonna be hard pressed on this attack. Right as I say that, Raya coming in. Ooh, Young downs radar. Gets the confirm. Raya getting ready to make his own push. Ooh, Scooby almost takes down Young, wounds him. Raya. Ooh, Scooby and Young trade. Raya coming up as backup, close to the objective. Lonely. Feeling kind of lonely right now as he's the last man defending. Pretty far off objective though. If he's not careful, Raya could get the cap. Tarzan directly below him. Raya, pad out, prone on the objective, gets the cap for BRSEK, giving them first points on the board.
Shit.
Lonely, feeling the regret, allowing the cap to come out. Hey, at least you didn't catch on fire with your own molly, the Lonely. BRSEK, solid work, solid attack, good distractions coming out from the bridge. BossFight just not quite getting in the rotations. And for those of you who just joined who don't play Onward yourselves, it's a 5v5 first-person tactical shooter. The goal is for the attackers to send a 7-digit code, like you saw last round, onto this objective. They have to get relatively close to it, and there's 7 digits that they have to have memorized and be able to type in before the defenders are able to catch them. That will give them 2 points, as you see. Killing all the defenders will give them 1 point. Here we go.
Кликер, кликер, где? Давай, мне.
На, блядь, на.
Все, пошли.
As you can see, a tablet.
Тоннель не смотрим, я его взорву.
Memorizing the code right now. And the attack is underway. Lonely Viper getting some quick crossing onto this eastern rooftop.
Ты успеваешь кинуть?
But the defense rushing straight towards Skybridge as they should. Legel and Scooby gonna try and contest it. Early shots ringing out. Smoke misses his mark, gets thrown off the Skybridge. A little bit better of a smoke there. Radar head manages to breach the east hole.
Слышу одного подо мной. Hey, hear you guys!
Lots of communication coming out. A little bit of a taunt from BRSEK.
Они через лестницу идут, подо мной ходят.
And three-man push coming out in the southeast here. We do have one crossing the Skybridge. Ooh, just as I look away, Radar Head and Raya trade. Legel sneaking his way up. Seems my camera didn't quite stick. Legel sneaking his way up the Skybridge, using plenty of smoke for cover. 35 Lonely and Scooby with their 3-man assault getting aggressive in the southeast. Grenade launcher comes out, doesn't connect with anybody. Legel just keeping the pressure on, keeping the eyes on the sky bridge. With 35, Scooby, and Lonely getting in position to breach these stairs. Very dangerous bottleneck. They have to be very careful. Legel maintaining position on the sky bridge. The defenders trying to hold angles. Vladic kind of rotating around. Legel going in for the push. Getting aggressive. Ooh, Partisan can't quite see him through the smoke. C4 doesn't quite connect. Oh, Partisan peeks, but isn't able to connect with him. Legel downing Partisan. Partisan.
Один заходит через эту. Блядь, через тоннель заходит один. Одного положил. Он тут, он у тебя справа будет, справа.
Coming for the refrag on the back of Legel. Manages to catch him. Lonely Viper.
Там же орать начал.
About to breach.
Он же орать начал.
Lonely Viper catches Straylock. Vladic waiting for the push, but Lonely sits tight.
Ну орал же кто-то. Кто орал?
Ну ты ранил его, получается, но не убил.
Trade coming out, Vladic and Lonely.
Мы только экспериментируем.
Pushing up to contest.
Успокойся, все нормально.
It's 2v1, 35, and Scooby versus Young. Young not near objective.
А ты хочешь играть по-старому? Как? У нас есть какие-то варианты или что? Ты доебался?
Not being contested. Young checking his tablet, realizes he's last up, needs to check the objective immediately. Scooby
Знает.
coming in from Skybridge.
Вот он идет, шилд справа, он не видел или что? Или это не шилд, что это справа? Кто-то справа был, что, не заметил его?
35, taking his time downstairs. Just waiting for the right moment. They don't have a proper kill count. They don't know how many are left. They're playing it smart. They know there's only 2 of them. Uh-oh. Scooby just did a weird freeze. And Scooby has dropped, bringing this to a 1v1. Unfortunate for BossFight.
О, у них один вылетел. Остались 1 на 1.
35.
1 на 1.
Now realizing he's all
Сейчас,
low.
если Янкель ёбнет, то у нас будет 3 поинта.
Good thing he checked his tablet and caught on to that.
Да, ну тут 3 входа всего. Какие сколько? 3 входа.
Checking the stairs slowly. He doesn't know how many are left.
А в другом здании их, блядь, 8 или сколько. То еще больше, может.
1 минута осталась, блядь. Хотя бы
один вылетел, просто что-то с ним
Young
случилось.
anxiously trying to watch all these angles at one time.
Чё нечестно, это их
Almost
проблема.
gets caught just as he looks away. 35 comes around the corner. Unfortunate timing, but 35 unable to quite connect his shots with Young. Young doing a nice rotation, waiting for the quick assault, but 35 maintaining a slow, calculated push. With 30 seconds left, he definitely heard the timer. But he's still taking it patiently. Oh!
Да, блядь.
But rushes the corner and catches Young on his heels. Giving BossFight round number 2 on map 3. Beautiful plays. Unfortunate with the drop, but 35 managed to hold it, keep it at the home team. We are getting started, folks.
Так, это у нас верхняя панда. О, они на той стороне, Эй! Патроны, кому надо патроны? Патроны.
Looks like they're gonna do
Да
a
быстрее,
3-2
бля,
split.
время.
Еще
кому?
Давайте туда быстрее. Да иди уже, похуй, оставляй себе, быстрее.
Possible aggressive push coming out. We have early action coming in from the north, as the 2 teams are very close to each other. Radar head. getting aggressive. Legel finds Raya. Young finds Radar. 1-for-1 split. Vladic manages to get on Skybridge, but Lonely and 35 pick him off before he's able to do any damage. Straylock takes down Lonely. 35
Твою
picks off
мать,
Partisan.
сука, что такое?
Bad camera work there.
Мы желтые.
Now we have a standoff at the Skybridge with only 2 attackers left. Ooh, Legel catches Straylock in the back. I didn't even see the flank. Leaving just
И
attacker
один
left.
янкель у нас
One
остается.
attacker.
Я сзади, прикинь, ёбаный,
Oh,
сука,
what
бежал,
a
не
shot from 35 from the Skybridge to close off round number 3. Very aggressive, very fast, very destructive plays coming out from BossFight that round. Wasn't able to catch the Skybridge action properly. I was right in the middle. It looks like we are hopping into it, folks.
Кликер, да. Где кликер?
One drum.
Drums being
Good,
passed
good,
around
good.
again.
Oh, I thought it was grabbing while I was waiting.
Be interested to see how aggressive they get on the Skybridge. As we have the southeastern spawn. Very quick, very dangerous. Straylock looking for a quick push, but Legel is ready for it. Catching Straylock. And we have 3 coming out onto the Skybridge. A little bit of a drone coming out on the side of Volk. 35 takes out Vladic from the bridge. Lonely gets across. Legel gets
Да,
Partisan.
блять.
Radar head downs Radar head,
Заебись,
Зашел
блядь.
на свете, он уже был
deciding
там.
that they were too powerful.
Были внизу. Мне крик
And
спал,
Raya gets a confirm. Raya gets aggressive onto Legel. Quick push. Comes out on top. Rains down to a 2-3. Scooby gets Young from the Skybridge. Leaving just
Ну а чё
Raya
ты,
again.
надо, я же сказал не
alone
выходить
to
на
defend
крышу,
the
вы чё
objective.
делаете?
Я ушел,
Very
да, да, да,
peculiar
они были
position.
Ты
уже-
вернулся,
Very
Янкель,
far
тебя
off
убили, на
objective.
крышу
Only
не
Viper
выходить
plays his
нельзя.
cards right. Could
Они
get the cap, but
оттуда
as I say
сверху,
that,
вон
Raya's
сейчас
going
рядового
in for the
шлепнут.
rotation. 35 blazing it. Ooh, but Lonely gets the kill. Nice long shot. Giving BossFight 3rd point in round number 4, map 3. Beautiful work, solid plays. BRSEK opting not to take the Skybridge turned fatal as they were able to just rain down terror onto the defenders.
Чувак,
Наш позор сейчас
они
стримится на
знают, что мы-
Twitch.
Пиздроны, блядь,
они
ну.
знают, что мы бронзовые, что ты даешь.
Пиздроны, блядь, вы чё, ёб, твое время идет, ну ёбана.
Нахуй не нужны кому, блядь. Если никто не хочет брать, значит не нужны никому, блядь. Что ты кричишь?
Ну все, и пиздуйте тогда нахуй, больше не буду брать я ничего. Отдайте мне магазин, блядь, съебитесь нахуй, блядь, все, больше не буду брать.
It's like they aren't doing a quick push
Делайте,
to
что
the
хотите.
Skybridge. A little surprising. As I say that though, 35 is actually gonna peek it. And Lonely Viper coming in from the side. 35 gets Straylock. Partisan looking for the refrag.
Не суйтесь сюда, блядь, пиздуйте тут в обход. Сейчас тебя тоже положат.
Communication coming out. Lots of pressure. Raya pushing out on the west side. Gonna contest this hole. Radar head's ready for it. And Legel gets taken down. But Partisan takes downs 35 in the process.
You can get me over.
As he gets really aggressive in the Skybridge opening. Oh, Lonely gets a revive, but 35 unable.
Одного ёбнуло.
To get out of the way quick enough, the table blocking his escape. Bringing this to a 3v4.
Yeah, second three. The kill killed the one down on the bridge.
The attackers gonna contest the west side some more. Legel just waiting for it.
The shots, it was
raining from
nothing. I'm
Scooby.
shooting at ghosts.
Oh, well thanks Scooby. Making me teleport over here for nothing. Legel. Watching this long angle, waiting for an attacker to poke out. We're gonna snap a camera onto him. Split our attention. Lonely Viper holding this tight prone angle onto the sky bridge, waiting for anybody to poke out. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. The attackers, plenty of time to make a move, but Scooby picks up Young coming out the hole. Vladich gonna try for the refrag.
There's another one at my doorway.
Vladich opting for a rotation. Scooby taking up a new angle in case he double peeks. Legel and Vladich trade. Legel coming out on top, able to be res. Ooh, Partisan takes out Radar Head, going for the revive though. (2v1). Partisan. Lonely Viper using the elevator to try and get down for the revive. C4 coming out. Possible distraction. I think Lonely Viper might have blown it while he was pushing back in case they decided to aggro while he was rotating. Partisan almost catches Lonely on the rotation. Partisan confirms Legel. Partisan trying to find this kill. Can't quite get the angle. Viper seeing if he can go for a peek. Ooh. Partisan can't quite get the shots onto Lonely. Very awkward angle. Scooby gonna try and get the shot off. And the trade comes out, giving BossFight their last point on map number 3. 3 for 3. Beautiful plays out of both teams. BRSEK really trying to come back on their third map. Can't quite, or couldn't quite follow it through after that cap. BossFight keeping the pressure up on BRSEK. Beautiful, beautiful plays. And this is why, again, BossFight is in the ranks that they are in. They have the MMR they have for a reason, and they showed it today against BRSEK. Beautiful plays out of both teams. Thank you guys for coming out here and playing. Thank y'all for letting me watch, and thank you to the viewers who came out today to watch this action and to listen to me talk about it.